But I've never in my life like would have thought the day would come where I'll read and niggas clown it.
Yeah.
Like that shit is crazy as fuck. So like I had to turn off the noise. I'm like, yeah, like it's so crazy to where like I can scroll the internet with low anxiety of seeing something that somebody gonna say mean to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, fuck that. Like I'm scrolling it. I'm like, one post can tweak my emotion in real time. Oh, this is too dangerous.
Cenat is no longer Cenat. Let's talk about it. So about 2 months ago, Cenat dropped a video that would shock the streaming world. In that video, he basically announced what sounded like a retirement from streaming. The internet completely lost its mind. Some people were confused, some people felt betrayed, and some people even felt lied to. Hence the whole Begathon allegations that went circling around. This came after Cenat wrapped up Mafiathon 3, one of the biggest streaming events that we have ever seen. The event ended in what might go down as the most iconic stream in internet history. The stream with LeBron James, the stream Cenat cut his hair. Now that moment right there, that's the moment that a lot of people circle back around to. Because for many viewers, that's when things started to feel different.
Right on my finger. Okay, cool.
But have you ever cut somebody hair before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there?
Right there.
Good.
Oh my God. Go all the way through.
Let me try mine. I'm trying
Do
mine.
it the other way.
Bro, don't mess me up, bro.
Flip it around. Yeah, there you go. And then go as far back as you can. There you go.
Cool. All right, cool. Cool.
Oh.
Put that shit in my hat. I got the first one right here. Put that shit in my hat, champ. Let's do it. Yeah.
No. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
trying to trash, though.
My locks.
Once people sensed that something was a little off, the internet did what the internet always does. It went completely insane. I've seen conspiracy theories flying everywhere. People saying Kai's a clone, he scammed people, and that his soul got swapped with Diddy's. What?
No.
Buried under all that nonsense, there was actually one explanation that made a little sense. Some people think that Kai might be going through an identity crisis. And honestly, that might not be too far off because people are forgetting something that's very important. Kai grew up in front of a camera. We watch him go from a kid trying to make people laugh to one of the most famous streamers on the planet. And that kind of pressure does something to a person. The transition from adolescence to adulthood is already confusing enough. Now, imagine going through that transition while millions of people are watching you every day, critiquing you, judging you, expecting you to always be the same person that they discovered. That's not normal. That's the irony behind all of this. The influencer becoming the one influenced. Because when millions of people know who you are, it can start shaping who you become. If I could compare it to anything, it reminds me of the old Disney Channel stars. When they were kids, everyone loved them. But when they grew up and started trying to become their own person, people couldn't accept it because the audience wasn't ready to let go of the version of them that they fell in love with. Meanwhile, they're just trying to figure out who they really are. Now, one moment that actually stands out to me as a defining moment, the moment that really changed Cenat's trajectory. And no, it was not the whole LeBron James lock clip that drained Cenat of his powers. Like, what world do you people live in? Go outside, touch some grass, maybe schedule a therapy session while you're at it. Okay? The moment that shifted everything was when the Twitch CEO blatantly disrespected Cenat on stream. This is the same CEO that came to Cenat's stream and said that Cenat was on the Mount Rushmore of streaming. Then later completely walked it back, stating the only reason he said Cenat was on the Mount Rushmore was because Cenat asked him. That's crazy.
Your personal.
Ooh. Mount
Your opinion.
Rushmore streamer. So now, because you have to go back in time, right?
Okay.
So obviously Kai's there, right? And if you're going to Mount Rushmore streamers, obviously, I think Ninja.
Okay.
Has to be that, right?
Yep.
Those are two easy ones. As always with these things, sometimes the first two are easy, and then I think you probably put Pokey there as, in other words, as a female streamer. If you go back in time, there's so many, yeah, there's so many now. It's tough for me to pick another person now, if that makes sense. Actually, I'll throw, the other person now, obviously, that is trying to change it like you with Speed.
It probably should be more historical.
Yeah.
In other words, Kai is big now, but arguably it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him on there. But arguably it's like, look, you're great, but you can't be on the Mount Rushmore yet.
See, I put, it should be Speed, Kai, Queso.
Right.
When there's like soda.
Well, initially when I was doing it, because of course part of it is you just don't remember people. And initially I mentioned Speed, and then I was like, oh no, and I swapped Speed out for Queso.
Now picture this for a second. Imagine you're the biggest streamer in the world. Okay? You leave the platform that you built or that you grew on, which is YouTube, to go to another platform, let's be honest, that was struggling to stay relevant. And when you move, you bring the entire culture with you, almost. Other large creators also follow. DDG, Duke Dennis, and Agent 00, just to name a few. All that traffic, attention, money, and the man on top of the company that you help feed turns around and takes a huge dump on your coffee table. Then grabs your finger and starts stirring around in it. Yeah. Keep that same stink face you're making right now. Because I can imagine that's how Cenat felt when he saw that clip. Now, at the recent Streamer Awards, Cenat confronted the Twitch CEO about the retraction, which is even more evidence that Cenat took the situation personally. And honestly, I don't blame him. Hell, I took the situation personal, and I'm not even Cenat.
I guarantee you it was edited.
It didn't look edited.
Did he tell you what I said?
Yeah, he said you thought it was edited.
No, I'll tell you what I said. Tell you exactly what I said. Miz gave his Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Right? And then he gave like OG. He gave like Soda Poppin' and Wreckful and all these OG.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I guess for some people, Mount Rushmore is for the OG.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
Okay. And so if that is your thing, then Kai and Speed are at the top of the heap now.
No, you said, no.
And then, therefore, Kai and Speed wouldn't be on. No, I said they're at the top of the heap now. So then Kai and Speed wouldn't be on Mount Rushmore.
Now you had said, like you can't. You only told me that I was Mount Rushmore because you was in front of me.
Oh no, you saw that? No, I had you on that. I meant the clip.
No, you said to Miz, you said the only reason why you put me on Mount Rushmore is because you was in front of me. Yeah. It's okay, bro.
Okay, I might have said that, but that's just talking to me.
I told John though.
I might have said, but then I guarantee you, I might have said that, but they edited where they said, oh, I wouldn't have them on there. I never said that. Okay,
I seen it, but it's all good though.
Now, whether you want to believe that Cenat changed because of the whole Gigi situation, that's your choice. Okay? It's your choice. People are going to believe whatever makes the most sense to them. But one thing I noticed is how people never talk about this moment. No one talks about the public disrespect from the platform you helped build might make someone want to take a step back. So if you ask me, that explanation sounds a lot more believable than Kai got cloned. But who knows? Maybe I'm just rambling. Maybe Kai will return back to Twitch like nothing ever happened. His account is still active and he did just sign a $40 million contract with Twitch. Or maybe Kai is just figuring out who he wants to be outside of the character that we all know him for. But hey, that's just my perspective. And sometimes perspectives change. And sometimes those changes can look mysterious.